Hello everyone, today we are starting a brand new challenge on the channel, the Pokémon FireRed Wedlocke challenge, where Pokemon get married or die trying. Now you may be wondering, what is a wedlock? Well, first we should probably start off with, what is a Nuzlocke? Basically, it is a set of rules to make a Pokemon game harder or more challenging. It kind of adds to the fun and uniqueness of each run. So the first rule of a Nuzlocke is all fainted Pokemon are considered dead, so you have to either release them or box them permanently. Rule number 2, you can only catch the first Pokemon in any new area. This is pretty much the main part of the challenge, so you're always finding a new Pokemon to use on your team. But there is a certain dupes clause, so if you have already caught a Pokemon of any of its forms, you're able to re-roll that first encounter until you get something you haven't caught, but be careful. We'll know if you're cheating or something. Personally, I usually go for a limit of 5 times for re-rolling for a new encounter if I already caught one, but you could increase or decrease however you need it to be. Rule number 3, you must nickname all your Pokemon. So yes, you know that Bulbasaur, you might as well call him Cabbage now, because that is the rules, I don't make them. Now then, for the wedlock rules. The 4th rule is all Pokemon in your party are partnered and fight in pairs. So let's say you have a male Bulbasaur and a female Rattata. You are only able to use those two to fight in a pair, and if one of them faints, then you're pretty much a lone wolf and have to survive the encounter or go down with your partner. And if the Pokemon survives, you're able to repair it with another Pokemon from your box. Some good news, right? And then rule number 5 of the wedlock is you actually can't deposit Pokemon to your PC. The only way you can withdraw is if a Pokemon faints or it gets released, which you'd have a lot of explaining to do if you release the Pokemon. It'll make their partner so sad. Some other special rules of the wedlock is genderless Pokemon actually don't count as encounters, because the main point of a wedlock is to have a pair of opposite genders get married and fight together. Though there are variant rules where you're able to pair the same gender, it could just get a little confusing over time, and you might miss out a little bit on what the wedlock is supposed to actually be, but you play how you want to play. Another special rule is if a Pokemon used Roar, Whirlwind, or something that forces you to switch Pokemon, the Pokemon you switch into, that is the new pair you have to use for the rest of the battle. Sadly, Baton Pass and Volt Switch don't count to this rule. And if you get a gift Pokemon or have to catch a legendary to progress the game, you're able to obtain them, but you have to automatically put them in the PC as soon as possible. And the final rule of the wedlock, which kinda goes against the second rule of a Nuzlocke of catching the first Pokemon in any new area, is if your first, third, or fifth Pokemon are an odd number, you are pretty much supposed to balance it out. For example, if you have 2 male Pokemon and 1 female, the next encounter you catch has to be a female. Once your party is full though, it doesn't matter what gender of the new encounters you catch is. They'll just get sent to the box for later use. Anyway, if you would like to see me try this challenge, go ahead and join me on my channel and we will get this ball rolling and get Pokemon married.